Many companies have lots of data on their employees, but they're not using it effectively. They could be seeing patterns of behaviour on absenteeism, staff engagement and other issues and taking action to improve any problems. Well, to hear more about digitisation in human resources, let's meet Stephen van Horebeek, Chief Executive of the global payroll and HR service provider SDWorx. I'm Sarah Lockett. Welcome to the Business Debate. Stephen, welcome to the London Stock Exchange studios.
Thank you. It's really a pleasure to be here.
Now, I touched on this in the introduction, but what are some of the more exciting ways that HR can be using the data that it has on its employees?
Well, for instance, HR analytics and predictive analytics is really here to stay, and it's very powerful. And it provides, it gives a possibility to the HR department to have better insights. And all of a sudden, now they become a very strategic partner. And if they really use that, they can provide competitive analysis towards the business.
So what kind of things can they see?
Yeah, for instance, they can do very accurate predictions on absences, attrition rate, or even fluctuations in the wages, and also in terms of sourcing. So things which can be very crucial to the business.
And a lot of companies now, they are operating in several different countries and they have one single partner for their payroll. Would you always say this is the best way to go?
There are some very good reasons. First of all, today it is fairly simple because of the cloud technology. It is much more easier to set up a multi-country payroll services system. Secondly, working with one partner has many advantages. You only have one contract, one product, and above all, one dashboard, which really gives you a very good overview of your entire workforce in all the countries. Thirdly, also a very important element is in terms of being compliant. A good example is GDPR. We have figured out that 7 out of 10 HR professionals, they see outsourcing as a means to become compliant with GDPR by May 2018.
And a lot of people aren't employees anymore, they're freelance, they're part of the gig economy. Yeah. Now, how does this complicate HR?
Well, it is quite complicated, but it's a reality. We see that almost 15% of the current workforce in Western Europe is no longer a traditional employee. It's self-employed or an independent. And as HR, we have to be able to cope with that. And we have to figure out, are we going to use them, for instance, for very specific tasks or very specialized resources or for short assignments? But also it put us under pressure because traditionally we are making business by calculating the payroll and the pay slips. But if they are no longer on the payroll, this impacts our business. And that is the reason that we are also looking at business opportunities to offer to those independents so that we can also make a living out of that.
And if we think about staff engagement, many companies do collect their opinions of their staff on very different aspects of their employment, but you have an app.
Yes.
Now tell me about that.
The app is called Pulse, and what it's doing, it is really asking a couple of questions per week to the employees. And so immediately the people can give feedback on motivation, engagement, satisfaction, any other issues. So very convenient, not only for the team leaders, but also for the HR department. They can very rapidly sense whether things are getting out of control and then take corrective actions.
And we've had fintech, now we've got HR tech. Why?
Well, yes, unfortunately, if you look at the situation within HR, we see a lot of non-automated processes, still manual processes, even a lot of paperwork. And obviously that is not something which is sustainable. Therefore, it's important, and many companies are investing in that. So is SDWorx, and I just give one example. It's about a smart interface. Suppose that your child is ill in the morning and you call the chatbot, And the system is really helping you, advising you what to do about replacing meetings. Are you going to take a day off? Are you going to have non-paid holiday for it, etc.? Once you have made up your mind, then the system makes sure that everything is arranged. HR is informed, the system gets up to date, and your meetings are cancelled or postponed.
Fantastic. Well, Stephen, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
And join us next time when we'll be discussing the latest innovations in the circular economy and the Bitcoin revolution. Bye-bye for now.